Thanks for staying with us. So a few days ago, the EFCC made a post that they had arrested 95 suspected internet fraudsters in Delta State, and they were displayed alongside some of the various items that was found with them. But that wasn't the story. The real story was the fact that after the arrest, some young ladies calling themselves girlfriends of these men who were arrested said that they started a protest saying that they should free their boyfriends. EFCC should free their boyfriends. And they now came up with posters and making a lot of noise on social media. And this could be laughable, but it's also begs for some conversation around our values, who we are as a people, what's priority to us, and how do we begin to help ourselves when we are faced with these kinds of situations, when young people will be protesting that criminals shouldn't be arrested for the wrong they have done. What are your thoughts on this? You can call us on the numbers on your screen, and you can also reach us on Twitter, YourView at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. Once they run the numbers, then you can call. Yes?
Okay. Yeah, I'm just scared.
What are your thoughts on this?
For the times that we're in, the kind of things that are possible now. In fact, the kind of things that are happening now, will be possible again, that are happening now. It's scary, you know. Those days you would see a young girl whose boyfriend carried a fro, walk around explaining herself. The one whose boyfriend had dreads, walk around. In fact, you cannot smoke and toast me those days. I will not even listen and be my friend. You cannot be in the same setting. So now it's normal to date a fraudster. It's normal to, in fact, it's boldness for you to show up and say, free them, or they're the ones keeping us, and, you know, associate with criminality. And we are no longer ashamed, self. We put it in ourselves, in our faces, and normalize abuse. So I'm wondering, what would the next generation be like? Just yesterday, I was driving past the place. I said, the largest number of our youth are the ones hanging around the roads, jobless, just sitting idle. An economy that will grow has their hands in the work.
Work first.
Work first. But at this generation, we are collecting money. We're not growing. We're not doing anything. And that's the reality. If you go round, hardly would you see the largest number idle.
Sitting idle, yeah.
So the girlfriend too, your picking papa, because most of them are picking papa, your picking papa not get work. But you're okay. As in both of you wake up, sleep, wake up every day. You no get. Papa, picking papa no get. Then they raise the picking. What will you tell the picking to do? You will push that child out, like some shameless mothers that say, your mates are already giving their mothers money, go and give him money. Wow. So you find young girls working hard.
This is something, what
is a terrible narrative.
Omar, we said recently, like the shamelessness that we have sometimes work for us, because then you have nothing to fear, because you don't get shame again. That's what we are seeing here.
No, what she said
this is not the kind of shame.
The shame she said shamelessness that we have has made some things open. The things that some people will shame and hide before, they are coming out with their to say their
narrative. A different kind of shame. But this is shamelessness in the sense that people have no sense of who they are anymore.
No sense of identity. This is the shame of Ekwensu. So what got to me was some of the comments, you know, on that post.
I didn't even read the comments.
Yeah, one person said, EFCC operatives are doing the right to the wrong people. Arresting internet fraudsters is good, but they should focus on their leaders that are freely stealing our money. Misplaced priority is bias. Another person said, if this generation is like this, waiting will happen to the other generation to come. Another said, can you see how irresponsible the mindset of certain individuals in this country is? Next, we'll start hearing from sympathizers of armed robbers and kidnappers. Another person said, everybody hates Yahoo boys online, but love them offline. One more person said, what kind of madness is this, for Christ's sake? Is this a joke or what? No way someone is openly justifying crime just because it favors them. This is absolutely wrong. So over the years, we are beginning to decline into, once it favors me, it's okay. Everybody. Once it's to my favor, it's okay. We can make excuses for it. After all, now, who they catch with thief? After all, your president is a thief. After all, your governor is a thief. We have begun to decline to that point where crime is permitted as long as you are benefiting from it. And it's a very dangerous line to cross, because most young people right now are already there. Growing up, you will come home with slippers that your parents did not buy, they will beat you to return it. Where did you get this from? But now, you come home with anything, you bring gifts home, nobody's asking questions. As long as it benefits me, I will turn a blind eye to crime and criminality. We need to do more as parents. I particularly have issues with young girls who are dating young men, and then all their life's responsibilities are put on the young men. They are not your parents. Parents should take care of their children well enough so that they don't become burdens. When we used to have boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, you don't go collecting taxi fare when you go and visit. You don't go asking for money to buy hair. We don't do all of that. And relationships were built based on, I know you, you know me, I understand you, you understand me. Are we good enough? Are we friends? And we move on. But right now, there's always bill on the table before any conversation is heard. You have parents who don't care about the whereabouts of their children, who don't care how these kids are taking care of themselves. You come home, you see different things, you're not asking questions. And then they carry that burden and put on the young boys. Now, the young boys are under so much pressure to deliver so that they can get these girls, and they're getting into crime.
I'm not even assuming that there are parents involved. There are many of these people that don't have parents. There are many of these people that are homeless.
All of them don't have parents.
There are many of these people that actually have been thrown out since they were kids. I've heard stories of people where maybe their father died, they didn't have anything, they have stepmother issues, they've been living on the streets when they were 8 years old. So they grew up by themselves. So it is that's the life they know. And that's what RI is coming to try to see what they can do to give those kind of people another opportunity.
No, this one not be street girls.
This one,
you see those girls?
I'm getting somewhere.
Not be street.
The point is that, the point I'm trying to make is that there are some people who have, you can't judge their experiences to say, oh, your parents are not putting you right. Not everybody has that parent.
I agree with you. I'm just saying that the
ones that have
majority of these ones, the academy they for Benin and data, they choose. So they call it hustle. Hustle. They are in this. They choose criminality. They choose it as, some will say white men took our ancestors as slaves, we are taking back our rights, they stole our...
That's the mindset.
Do you know that every time EFCC raids, there's an association of Yahoo mothers, association of Yahoo girlfriends, as we see now. All forms of association. So some people are benefiting from the ways, the criminality of these people, and they are justifying that continue. Fathers are now taking their kids to one academic convocation in Benin the other day was trending, shock catching. And they put laptop everywhere. The person that is the founder of the association was celebrating, and somebody made a video, and they put, why we normalize these things? If we were even doing it in the past, it would be secret. It's popular.
Deadly.
I'm putting it in mindset of, I beat silly in my daughter's body the day before yesterday, just because she loves the company of one girl that is a bit older than she is, and she will do anything to escape the house to go there. And so she just took off her thread. So I said her hair was scratching her so she could go to the salon and went to sit with that girl. I had not finished addressing the matter because I called school. Her hair is not made, I did not help her. And that she came with an unkempt hair so that they would deal with that one as well. And I continue to deal at home. Because now we have so much in our hands. You don't know what... These were simple things. I did such things to my mom. These were simple things in those days that you know. But these days, if you are not careful, your children will be telling you, Mommy, but it's normal. It's okay. Everybody is doing it. May God help us raise children.
But interestingly, I know that there was a time where there were all these documentaries about victims of these internet fraudsters. And those very emotional videos were able to reach out. Many people realize that they are victims, they are faces behind these things.
Yes.
There are people who are actually suffering from this act. But maybe we need to do more of that.
Yes,
because all we see is the glitz and glamour from our end. But some of us, we need to see that our own people too are affected. Would even change their mindset? Would that change their mindset?
Whether you have most people have a victim consciousness, and that's because they do not understand who they are at their very core, okay? Now, whether you have a victim consciousness or not, there's always a choice placed before you. What the Almighty Creator did for all of us is that He did not take that choice away. So no matter how difficult the situation is, there's always a choice placed before you. And people decide to either take this road or that road. I had a far relation who the parents sent to school. He's a graduate of French. He's doing Yahoo. That is the choice that he decided to pick because he felt he could not work for anybody. That's his mindset. After all these Oyibo people have stolen from us, it's time to take kids back. That is a graduate from a university. That's the choice. So making excuse, I have seen people, I told you people one time in the university where there was this particular girl who was sending money home. What did she do? She started making hair. We will queue up in her room because her braids were excellent. We will book for weeks to get a slot for her to make our hair. She was training herself in school. She was taking care of her younger siblings. She was sending money to her parents. She came from a poor background. They scrambled the money. That's the point. So the choices were, she could have decided to be doing runs. After all, there were girls that were doing runs in the school.
And it's quicker money.
And it's sharp money, easy money.
It's
easy, not the open leg. Easy money.
You know, easy, quick.
Quick, I be not easy. I don't know that part. But however, she decided to go through the place of work. She saw value in her work. And her work took her far.
And her work is easy money.
Whether they abandoned you, you did not see food to eat, you did not do this, you will always have a choice before you. Can we choose right?
It's easy
Can
money.
we raise people to choose right?
Money that comes with a clear conscience. You do your hard work, you get your money. These people, Warri was trying to make the point of, if you see the person whose money you fleeced, the state they are in. So EFCC should spend more money on awareness and orientation.
Some die.
Interviewing those who are making reports.
Yeah.
Those whose monies have been fleeced. Some of helplessness, some of them.
Yes, some of them, they worked all their life.
Somebody's gratuity
you just
that is planning to lose the rest of his life on, you fleece it. You and your boys now go to club. And somebody worked 35 years for that money. In 3 months, max, it will stay. People are balling and buying caskets.
We have to wrap up on this, I think, because we just had to say, have this topic just to bring a bit of awareness to the fact that there are people amongst us who are celebrating they're complaining that their boyfriends were arrested. It sounds bizarre. Sounds really laughable, but that's the reality of our society today. Unfortunately, we just hope indeed that we can have more of our religious bodies, institutions, community, do more on how we reorientate the minds of young people and keep them engaged. Hopefully, they won't have time to do these kind of unnecessary acts. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll bring in our guests. Stay with us. We'll be right back.